I was driving home. He was trying to do something. He's like, "There's still no sound." I'm like, "Switch to another one. Is there sound?" Yes. All right. The microphones didn't get added into to the building.
I hear Patrick.
Hey, you hear Patrick? All right.
Are we good?
I hear me. I hear Robert.
All
Yeah.
right.
We're good.
All right. We're good. Now then,
That delay.
some of you
Oh yeah,
out
it's
there
quite the delay.
may be wondering, what's going on right now? This is not the normal Monday night beep boop bop. It's not even the normal man's country. And that's right, because this is not a Courtney. No, this is a Robert. As many of you know, whenever we go on saying all the wonderful things about the Inquisition, about, hey, you should get on that Discord, because there's some people on there that need your friends. We usually reference Meatball, we reference Tech, and then we reference another man. And that man is Robert. And that man is right here.
Right here. Right here. Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Yes. So if you need any more excuses to get on the Discord, well, guess what? You get on the Discord, you come to enough events, you just be cool enough, and then one day you just get a random text that says, "Hey, show up at the studio. We're just gonna sit down and talk and live stream it." And then you end up like Robert here. You just get thrown to the wolves
Yeah.
right here on YouTube.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Go ahead and pull your mic closer to you there, sir. Don't be afraid of it.
little bit
It's not going to
closer.
bite you.
Yeah.
So if you grab back here,
little
it'll
bit
come
closer.
come up. You want it about a fist.
A fist.
Fist from your mouth.
Boom.
Boom.
All right.
Beautiful.
All right. Here
There
go.
we go. There we go.
How am I? Yes. Perfect.
Yes. All right, Jonas, what's on the docket tonight?
Well, originally, which we can totally stick with, was recently revealed that Courtney and I view the spellcasters in a different light.
From each other?
Yes, like specifically between like sorcerers and well, it was kind of mainly sorcerers, but yeah, I was thinking we would just start off talking about some of our like your favorite D&D classes.
Yeah.
Which ones have you played? Which ones haven't you?
Well, I mean, I'm usually playing the druid. First, when I started playing with you, Jonas, it was
Yes.
Krex. I love that guy. He's a turtle. Play him as much as I can. Think about him all the time. But recently, I played a new character with Jonas, Wizardo, who is a wizard, little known wizard, and that was pretty fun. I think learning him on the fly didn't know he was going to be a pyromaniac until I knew he was a pyromaniac. So
Is that what you did
He
in his
was.
one shot
it
at
sure
the Ren
is.
Fair?
It's sure. Oh no,
No.
Oh.
No, so you know how I have the Friday night group.
Yeah.
So we were going to meet up. One of the guys gets rear-ended on the way. They said it wasn't bad, but it was also enough that when he whiplashed, he hit his head. So they took him to the hospital. He's okay. He's okay. But it was like, oh, well, I only have 2 players, and one of them's not going to make it. So I canceled the normal session and was like, hey, Robert, you want to do a one-shot? And so Robert came and played with David and I, and yeah, we had a good time. And yeah, he got to test out Wizardo.
blew up an island.
He did
It
blow
was a
up an
time.
island.
And myself. But you
Yeah.
know, that's Wizardo in a nutshell. I think actually the class I haven't really played much as is like a barbarian or a fighter. For me, it's just a little too simple sometimes. Oh, I'm just going to go there and throw my sword or throw my axe or whatever. So I try to play those ones that I have to think about. I think the
Yeah,
most.
the spellcasters, and yeah, that'll get you.
Yeah, I know, because I haven't played much of a barbarian or a fighter either, but I've read into how they operate enough to know, yeah, you're just going to do the same thing every turn. It's remembering how many times you can do it, and remembering, and for a barbarian, it's tracking your rages, figuring out if you're still in rage or not, And then for fighters, it's all right. So I'm going to hit you. Then I'm going to hit you again. And then do I have enough bonus action to hit you again?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
It, I think as far as like a role play context, they could be really fun to play, but definitely in the fighting sense, I don't enjoy that same thing repetition over and over.
Yeah, if you want you got to think a little bit, then I would say give the Battle Master fighter a try, because with that one you get these special maneuvers that do certain things, and so then as you're fighting, you can be like, oh, I'm gonna use the trip attack to try to knock them prone, and so it gives you a little bit more of that thought process, but not as much. I mean, yeah, spell casting, that's definitely gonna work the noggin.
yeah, especially with wizards. If you play a traditional wizard, like if you don't really play by like the homebrew rules that we usually play by, like if you are playing D&D 5e wizard, that is miserable for the mind, because you have to keep track of spell components, and you have to keep track of what's a ritual, what's takes like 10 minutes, what's instantaneous, what spell book do I have on me,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh yeah,
And that, oof.
yeah, and then some of them, it's like, yeah, this one has just verbal and components, but then this one has semantics, verbal, and components.
Yeah.
And then you get into a situation where you're like, oh yes, I would like to sneak up on this encampment and cast this spell. All right, roll for sneak. Now cast your spell. Guess what? They all heard you sing your silly little doodad and throw stuff at them, and then it morphed into whatever the spell is.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. It, depending on your DM, wizards can be a lifesaver or it can be the worst thing you've ever played in your life.
Well, Jonah's very forgiving, especially with his new system.
Oh yeah,
It was the best. Being a wizard there was the best.
Now, I do know my favorites
yeah. I was gonna say, what about
are. What do you think my favorites are?
you?
Yes.
I'm gonna say paladin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You seem like a barbarian kind of guy.
Never played Barbarian.
Oh.
Nope, never played Barbarian.
And then artificer.
Never played an Artificer either. Even though Brax is pretty close to an Artificer,
Yes.
he's not an Artificer because he has no magic. But like my favorite classes to run are Paladin and Cleric.
Cleric.
Like those are my two favorite to run.
Okay.
Because you get like, oh, I need to be a fighter right now. So I can be a fighter with a little extra bling, or I need to cause a mass casualty, but I can still do that.
Yeah.
Like,
That's nice.
How many people can just cause an earthquake underground? Not very many
Yeah.
people. And then smack something in the face with a hammer for like 25 damage. Well, very many people.
No.
But Cleric is harder to play than Paladin. As where Paladin is, oh yes, I'm going to hit something, and then my spells go off of that hit with my sword. Cleric is, all right, do I choose to hit something, or do I choose to cast a spell? So like half of your gameplay is basically being a barbarian, and then the other half of your gameplay is trying to be a sorcerer. And you're trying to manage both at the same time. And it gets a little confusing, especially whenever you're trying to spell your, like, choose your spells for the day, because half of your stuff destroys things. The other half either heals or helps. So you're like, all right, am I being a tank or a support role?
Yeah.
And then whatever you choose after that long rest, then you get to a situation, you're like, well, now I'm useless. Now I'm useless.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely depending on how that goes. If you pick the wrong ones, man, it's not a good day.
No, there was a few times with Tyrell that I definitely picked the wrong spells for what happened that session. And they're like, do something. And I'm like,
I can't.
I'm sorry. Like, I did not prepare healing stuff today. I came in full, like, to kill something.
Yeah,
and
full
I'm sorry you're
war
dying.
mode.
Like, I cannot do anything right now. You're just gonna have to survive by pure will. I'm sorry.
Have a potion.
Have a potion.
Yeah, have a potion.
Which that's something that we don't really use a lot in our campaign.
No. I mean, just D&D in general. I rarely, like in the games I have played, I just rarely have to use a potion.
Yeah. I will make the opportunity available whenever I know I've made an encounter that is borderline too much. Like, you didn't get to play in this one shot. It was the one shot the weekend that after you played with me. But first thing they did going into the dungeon was there was a fork in the road, 3-way fork. One goes straight, left, right in the dungeon. And up ahead, they could see a pedestal with red liquid with gold flakes in it. And there was multiple of them on this pedestal. Those were health potions. So you could go up and get them. The first party rolled really good for investigation, figured out the big one in the center was trapped. So they took all the ones on the outside, got everybody else out, left the person with the best agility inside to take the big one and run away from the boulder. The second group, who were discussing what to do, one of the people got bored of listening to them discuss what to do, said, I just take the big one. Nobody had taken the small ones yet. So they just take off with the big one, and then they go fight this dragon, of which 2 of them died fighting this dragon because nobody grabbed the health potions before the one person just said, I take the big one in the middle. I'm like, all right, shoot yourself.
Wow. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That'd have been kind of fun to be a part of on that one. Yeah.
No, it was, one of them went out pretty epically. The other one, not so epically, but they tried really hard, but their party also let them down. Like, really let them down. Because I had one go down, and she revived him, and he just took off running. We had a druid who had wild shaped into a mule, and they loaded him up with all the treasure from the dragon's hoard, and he just took off.
Oh, my gosh.
With the gold. Left the other 3 to fight. This one's down. He gets taken up. He takes off with the druid. This one gets bit. Can't succeed to get out of the mouth. Then I immediately roll to regain the breath attack. Vaporize him in the mouth. This one's like, all right, I'm out of here. I got an attack of opportunity. They were at like 2 health points and rolled to hit and rolled like a 16. So they just got pierced through the back by a claw. And I'm like, all right. And I've officially killed 2 people. You other 2?
Man.
Yeah, you got a lot of money. They got a lot of money. But there's also only half of you now. So I hope you're happy.
I mean, who knows? They could have been. They could have been really happy about it.
Oh, they were
you know?
ecstatic.
Yeah.
Especially watching, they're going down the mountain and they're watching the dragon go off with like the body of their dwarf wizard clutched in their talons.
Yep.
And they're like, that sucks.
We got the loot, though.
We got loot.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Now, one thing
Oh.
that I wanted to ask you since you were here is the first time that we met not online
Right.
was we were playing the one shot over at Geek Out.
Yep.
And there was something interesting that you had said of, oh, yes, I haven't done anything creative in a long time because the spark is gone.
Yep. Yep.
And then you had said something at the Ren Fair that also piqued my interest because you were like, oh, yes, it's great having my creativity back.
Yeah.
What happened?
I would say, so meeting y'all first at the Midwinter Fest, it was fun, and it kind of brought back this life to me again that I've kind of had for the last few years not forgot about, but kind of stuffed down, just due to what you got to do to survive. And then going and meeting y'all and having that experience there just kind of really kind of just brought it back to the front with like, oh yeah, I really do enjoy, doing things creatively, using my imagination, creating characters, and going and fighting in worlds that don't exist, but still creating that story like it does exist. And then meeting y'all and doing a D&D session that I'll tell you, the last time I did a D&D session prior to at Geek Out was maybe 2004.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
So it's
I was in
been
elementary school.
many, many, many years. You know, and don't get me wrong, I still watch, you know, the Critical Roles and listen to podcasts, but I've never really been a part of them for a long time. So going and doing that one, you know, session, I was like, wow, I want to do this again. And then just getting on the Discord and talking to y'all and coming out whenever things were available, like going to Geek Out again and playing in that one campaign that you have that I just happened to be a part of that time.
Yes.
You know, it's really been really provoking my imagination more to the point to where now I'm kind of writing a book, and I got some pitfalls right now that I kind of paused on the book. I haven't forgot about it, Jonas. I haven't forgot about it. But I have like a lot of skeleton chapters that are done. So I'm writing this book now, and you know, now I'm here talking to y'all. I have plans to still, you know, be doing things with you guys in the future whenever there's a chance, and then seeing if there's, you know, an ability to branch out and do other things. So yeah, I think it's just meeting y'all and kind of getting my juices going again. So that's basically what it is. Like, it really, Midwinter really helped kickstart me getting back into kind of who I was, you know, at the core, and cutting through the negativity and doldrum of where I'd let myself kind of set for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So yeah, that's how.
Because you had said, I remember you saying both of those things, and I was like, because I'm not in the Discord as much as these guys are, because my life is hectic. It is hectic.
Patrick's
So-
a busy man.
Yeah. So, like, I hear things through Jonas and Courtney. Basically, they fill me in on
Yeah.
everything that's been going on, well, like with you and Angry Meatball and Tech and all that. And I'm like,
Angry meatball.
what have I missed by not being in the Discord every day with what's going on with Robert? Like, I didn't know about the book. Jonas never told me about that.
Yeah.
You left that out.
What was it, last month I kind of started it? And it actually started, you know, getting the app for the D&D app, and then creating characters. And I created a character, and it's a gnoll, but it's not a gnoll. It's a bugbear that is cursed to be a gnoll. So I was like, oh, I'll take this guy out and then try this character out. And then it transformed into, wait a minute, I'm going to write a book about this character specifically. And that's kind of where it started. And I started fast. I got 3 chapters in. No, they're rough drafts, so obviously it's not perfect. But it's really, it's writing a book is something I wanted to do, since probably 2004 or earlier. So, and I've done many attempts. I've kind of gotten here and there. Some progressed more, some didn't. You know, I was writing a book with my kiddo back when they were 10. Now they're 16. We kind of stopped writing that. So, you know, it's like, well, I'm going to do this. And so now my goal is to, you know, get this book written after a
Nice.
character that I created that haven't ever played, and I'm just kind of learning him. So I don't know if I ever will play him, maybe, but it's really fun writing for this character, explaining how they got where they are, and then basically it's like playing D&D, but just you're writing it down and you're not playing with, you know, anybody else. So
Because I know that's kind of what Courtney's doing with our first campaign that we did, is she's going back through the sessions and writing the sessions into a book, but in much more elegant language and much better detail about
And it's
things that happen.
It's so the little snippet she sent us. She is an artist with words.
Yeah, like you think us playing is cool and imaginative and wordscaping? No.
yeah.
No, it is not wordscaping compared to how she's rewriting it into a book. But also, like, because whenever I was in middle school, I was like, you know what? I want to be a writer. I'm going to write books. And then I looked up what it's like to be a writer and how long it takes and your chances of getting published. And I went, no, I'm not doing that. Because there was an author that I absolutely love. His name's Brent Weeks. And well, one of the things, once I'm done with all of ARC, one of the campaigns that I'd like to run is based off of one of his book series, his magic that he has, because it's the weirdest thing I've ever encountered of how they do magic. But I was reading an article that was done on him about him getting published. And the first series, he already had completely written and edited like 3 books before he ever got signed on as an author.
Oh, yeah.
And the guy that brought him on got 30,000 applicants a year, and he only took 3.
Dang.
So they brought him on and released all 3 books as a box set immediately. Didn't put them out one at a time, nothing. They were like, you got all 3 set, they're edited, we're just putting those on shelves. And thankfully for him, it took off.
It worked out. Yeah.
Yeah, it worked out. But I was like, he takes 3 people a year, and he averages 30,000 applicants a year.
Yeah.
What? How?
Yeah. Yeah.
But now you can like self-publish, and it's a lot easier to do than it was back in like the early 2000s whenever he did it.
Yeah. Yeah. It definitely is. And that's, like I said, and I told Renee, you know, that's my girlfriend for y'all, for those of y'all, that like, I'm not even looking to maybe ever publish it, but I want to at least get it written and then maybe look at getting it published. It's just, that's a goal right now. It's just to get it written.
It's a good creative outlet.
Yeah.
Yes, Nanergoo, this is our good buddy Robert.
Hello.
It's been so long since I've seen Nanergoo in a stream.
He is a fan of the Inquisition, and he's been to multiple of our conventions. He's been to the Ren Fair multiple times, and so it was like, you know what? He needs to be on the stream, and so we got him on here tonight to hang out in man's country.
Man's country.
And it's even more manly than normal, because usually it's just me telling Jonas how he needs to be more of a man. But now we actually have 2 men and a Jonas. And we're not talking about the normal man country stuff.
No.
We kind of just brought Robert in and just put him on the spot, asking him questions.
Yeah.
And explain yourself, Robert.
Yeah,
explain yourself.
That's great.
Let's see. There was something else I was going, because I was thinking all day today at work.
Yeah.
Around all the fires that I had to put out. Not real fires. I don't work with real fires. Sometimes. No, there was a day that somehow we caught an engine on fire while I was on the engine stand.
Beautiful.
So not even in the car or running. Yeah, that was. I was trying to think of things like, what do we talk to Robert about? We're not sitting down playing a game. I don't have a layout of what's going on because I decided to join last second. So, like, what do we talk to Robert about? And that is where I landed on the 2 questions, the one that I just asked. And the second one is, what was D&D like in 2004?
What was D&D?
Because I was like
2004.
No, I was in elementary school back then.
Yeah.
And I know 5e, as my father says, is not real D&D. Because my father was a DM with original D&D.
Yeah. D&D for me in 2004 was very rule centric. I think I still have my character sheet. I know I was a ranger. I know I had a pet eagle, and I think I was an elf. But I just remember we had to keep our inventory locked tight. Weight mattered. Arrows mattered. What do you have in your quiver? And you better be keeping track. I know for the DM that we had, he was really good, but he was definitely a by the book. If it got to like 120 feet, he would get a ruler out and put it on the map, and he'd be like, "You're at 125. You can't do it." You know, and he was a big stickler on that. So it was still fun, you know, because it was imagination. We didn't have all the races to play. So it was a very bare bones, kind of like playing World of Warcraft when it first started out, you know, like everything mattered. And if you got a special quiver, you could have more arrows or you could hold special arrows. At least that's how my campaign went.
Yeah, and I mean, back back then and prior, the rules, I mean, that was just how it was. It was very like, this is it. If you die, you die.
No
Yeah.
death saving
Yeah,
rolls.
it's very more hardcore.
Yeah, and I think we did have a character die in the campaign that we played, and he was able to come back,
Sorry.
not as that character. He made a whole new character, and I think we were all, say, level 5. He started as level 1 and had to work his way up. So, yeah, we had a lot of protection. We had to protect him a lot. We had to
Yep.
be really careful with what we did, and that's just how it rolled. And it was fun. I mean, because just think about it. You have a level 1, and you're playing by the rules, and you're all level 5s, and it's like, oh, man, we're either going to go, kill little goblins forever until he gets level 5, or we're going to go do real stuff and got to keep him alive. So it kept things interesting.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, we've talked about having, I think Courtney or your dad lead us in a old school session just to experience it.
Yeah, because like my dad still has all of his books and maps, and whenever he was getting the magazines and stuff with like modules in them, like he still has all of that, and it's all first edition,
Oh, wow.
Like-
yeah.
old school. Like you had 4 races to choose from to play as,
Yeah.
and 5 classes.
Yep.
That was it, and everything was a dungeon crawl. Like there was no role playing, there was no nothing.
Yeah.
And I've thought about running a game like that, but I mentioned it once, and I saw the look in Courtney's eyes, and I was like, "Ooh, maybe not."
Yeah, and I do like the direction of more role play and able to kind of venture out and do things. I do like that. I do think it can get a little bit wild in some aspects, a little bit too off the path of things. But I really do like where D&D is now, and I like how you don't have to be in a dungeon to do things. It's really nice.
Yep. But that's why I forced my one shots into a dungeon, is because what I figured out is since about like this, I'm going to say pushing back to 4th edition, people stopped doing dungeons. And then getting into 5th edition, people stopped doing dragons.
Yep.
I'm sorry, the game, I'm looking at it right now. The game is called Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, yeah.
In my opinion, every good DM should at least give you 1 dungeon and 1 dragon somewhere in the campaign.
It needs to happen. I agree.
And whenever you go into the dungeon, because this is how I run it, if I send you into a dungeon, I'm sorry, but we're reverting back to some old school stuff. Because guess what? You're in a dungeon. You're going to have to figure it out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Now, if you're just out in the wilderness, whatever. I'll let things fly. I'm not going to make you track your rations or anything. But if it's your 4th day in a dungeon, yeah, I'm going to start asking some questions that you're not prepared for.
Yeah,
like,
food's gonna
hey,
get scarce.
how much food did you bring? What does it say? Oh, only 1 day of rations? Ooh, go ahead and give yourself like 3 levels of exhaustion. You're rolling disadvantage on freaking everything, buddy.
So the guy in the corner is like, food? What? We're supposed to bring food?
Yeah. And like, I've never run a campaign like that with the Inquisition, but I ran a campaign out of Baldur's Gate, or not out of, it was Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus, which, I mean, it's a big, meaty book. Like, to run it properly with a decent sized group of people is probably going to be a 2-year campaign, pre-written. And I was running for 8 people, and they went into a dungeon because in the module you had to go into this labyrinth underneath the city. And I gave them every opportunity to go to the market stalls, to get stuff and everything else. Well, we were in this dungeon for like 3-4 hour sessions. By the end of it, I was like, all right, guys, like, you all haven't eaten in like a day and a half. They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, I looked at everybody's character sheets because you all leave them here. You all only had 1 day's rations. Like, we're on day 2.5.
Ooh, not good.
No, and I for the sake of, this was only 6 sessions in, I had to pull some fast stuff to make them not die of starvation inside of that dungeon. Because I was like, oof.
There's got to be some rats in there somewhere.
Yeah, to play one that has basically survival mode turned on, it always does sound really appealing, because it's like, okay, in the old school style, like, you had to be on your toes at all time thinking about anything and everything.
You had to turn on survival mode in your head.
Yeah.
You had to be like,
Yeah.
all right, I am in the woods. It is 6 days to the next town, and I only have what I can carry and or kill or forage for.
Yeah. And you have a weight limit, and the weight limit affects your speed. How far can you move? Oh, you're overburdened. You're not going to go that far,
No. And that's the other weird thing, too, is because 5e, if you actually look at the Dungeon Master's Guide, which I will say a lot of current DMs don't really... The Dungeon Master Guide really doesn't exist to them. Because usually they've been a player for long enough, they understand how things are supposed to work, and everything else is the rule of cool or the rule of fun. But there is, 10, 15 pages in that Dungeon Master's book that is, hey, if you're going between this city and this city, and there's only one town in between them and it's this distance, it's this many days worth of rations. Or if this person gets hurt, this is how much extra rations they need. Tables, everything else for keeping track of this stuff.
Oof.
And I'm looking at it, I'm like, now I understand why some dungeon masters used to just be like, lose their minds halfway through a session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you're trying to control your players, be like, hey, that might not be the best idea to go out and set up on this because, nobody's gotten any food or water.
You guys just bought cool clothes. What are you going to do about eating?
Yeah. Or I know for a fact you just killed 20 goblins with your bow. Your quiver holds 20. And you're going to keep on going? You're not even going to say that you're going to go get the rest of your arrows that you can recover?
You better
I'll
go
let you roll
recover.
for it, see if you get 15 or 18 back.
Yeah, go pick up some arrows. You're
Yeah.
going to need those later.
Now, I will say I was proud of one guy that was
Yeah.
using his bow and arrow in one of my one-shots, because as everybody else is moving, he goes, hold up, DM, I would like to go retrieve my arrows.
Oh, yeah. It's just,
Okay.
Oh, dude, come off that tape.
yep.
Oh, I thought she had arrived.
Yeah.
No, yep. Whenever I got here, it was actually stuffed behind the blue light.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, more things that I need to take care of in the studio.
No, yeah, we got still some upgrading to do, but I'm going to interject as we have been given a question by Marketh Markison.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting name. I love it.
Yeah,
Love it.
It's actually Mark Hager, but I like Marky Mark.
Okay.
We're going with Marky Mark. But so Marky says, if you were transported into the world of D&D or all fantasy games and had to make your perfect character as yourself, what would you choose? Your race, class, multi-class if you're feeling frisky, stuff like that. It's
Man,
a pretty
what-
on-the-spot
What
question,
a
yeah.
question. My goodness. I can't even think about it. Let's see.
But while you're thinking, he has said, my main has usually always been a human cleric. A human cleric ranger multi-class.
Wow.
But I do 3.5 though.
I'm not
AKA
familiar.
the best edition. Oh, shots fired with
Ew.
that
Ooh,
one.
I've never played 3.5.
Yeah, I haven't
but
played
I
that
also
one.
sent some traumatic backstory to that multi-class.
That's pretty nice little multi-class.
That's
I don't think I've ever
interesting
thought about that one.
multi-class.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've only done 5e and Pathfinder. Now, I did play a little bit of the computer one. Is it Neverwinter? I think.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. And I think it uses 3.5. So I guess I might have a little taste of it. But since it was a game, I can't
Yeah.
really say that one was true. But yeah, do any of you all have one? Or...
Yes, I think I figured out mine. So, I would personally be a dwarf because let's be honest here. If I was a foot shorter, I'd look like a D&D
You-
dwarf.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I'm hairy.
You'd be a fantasy dwarf. Yeah.
Yeah, grow my beard out longer. I'm set. Also, I prefer the cold. I don't like being outside in the sunshine. Don't like it. And my main job is fixing things. Dwarves either build stuff, fix things, or mine things.
Yeah.
There
Very
we go.
hands-on people.
Very hands-on. And I would probably have to be a straight cleric because, I don't know, I just feel like it jives for me.
Yeah.
Like, I get to be a dwarf. I get to fix things. I get to make things. I get to hammer on things. I get to have a giant hammer. I get to spread the word and do magic with it.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Does that not just say Patrick all over it? But it would have to be a 5e dwarf because I don't know 3.5. Never played it, never looked at the books. So I have seen the debates online. Is 3.5 or 5e the best? I'm going to have to go with 5e because I don't know 3.5. Maybe we'll put it on the docket one day.
Yeah.
But
Well, let's see. For me, I'm going to say really close to what Krex is. So be a turtle druid. I really do like that nomad aspect. My whole life, I've always moved around. I've only lived in Kentucky for the last 4 years. Before that, I lived in Texas. I lived in California. I lived in Germany. Like I've lived all over. So I kind of lived that nomad lifestyle, or have. Setting down roots, being in Kentucky for 4 years has been an experience. Not bad, just different. So definitely that. And then as a druid, the ability to heal, I like to be able to heal and then have the touch with the earth, and just being one with Mother Nature. I really like nature a lot. I think that it's really awesome to be able to kind of command, a little bit of nature and then have it throw back at you if you mess up and be like, oh, okay, I know I'm not in charge. I'm just helping. So I think that's why I would be like a turtle-ish type,
Nice.
entity. Yeah. And generally just a neutral good, where I do a few bonehead things here and there, but for the most part,
But yeah,
I'm
you're
pretty good.
striving for the right path.
I'm striving to do the right thing, and every once in a while I could maybe mess up a little bit.
Very nice. Very nice.
Jombus.
Yes. Ooh. The perfect fantasy me. I'll say that this is a bit of a tricky question because, of course, there's this is what I would like to be, but it wouldn't be me. So I would definitely have to be a halfling
Okay.
because, as Patrick saw in one of the memes that I made, it's such a perfect example of me. It's the clip from Lord of the Rings where it's Bilbo's narrating and he's like, some have proclaimed that the hobbits' only real love is for food, and it shows like the guy. There's like the pretty woman leaning in to kiss him, but he's like, "Ooh, a cupcake."
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, that's me.
Yep.
So yeah, I would have to be a halfling. I'd have to be a spellcaster. Most likely, I would be a sorcerer. Because I was thinking about cleric, because I'm a religious guy. The idea of being able to go around and heal people that's so awesome to me. But it's like, well, sorcerers can get some of that healing stuff too. And, if I'm being transported to this fantasy world, I'm going to be going on adventures and I'm going to need to fight some stuff either in self-defense or, to help save a village or something. And And as you might not be able to tell, I know the cameras add 30 muscles onto me, but I'm not an athletic. I am not a physical guy, and so being able to use magic would be perfect for me.
Yeah.
And also growing up watching Dragon Ball Z, that's kind of how I see sorcerers, is the using your inner power.
That's great.
I've never seen a sorcerer do that in a campaign. I've never seen one just go poof.
I guess none of us have seen the right sorcerer.
Yeah.
Not one of Jonas's
Not one
sorcerers,
of
apparently.
Jonas's.
And so yeah, I think got the race class. Yeah, I went multi-class just because that gets really confusing and complicated. And
Yeah, I'm multi-class in my regular job. If I get transported to like fantasy, I just this is what I do. I do this one thing. That's it.
nice.
Because I'm an electrician and HVAC and like I don't even know what else at my regular job, and I'm just like, no, put me in fantasy. I'm doing the one job.
Keep it simple.
The one job.
I like simple.
Yeah. And as a druid, like I think it'd be nice to be able to stealth, so maybe a little bit of a roguish quality. But
yeah.
being a druid, I could wild shape into basically whatever. So I could hide that way just by being a bird or a rat or whatever.
You got freedom
Yeah.
being a druid.
You could literally squirrel.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then run away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this dwarf ain't doing that
Yeah.
because he's a dwarf.
So I think I got that covered. So yeah, I think just druid straight up, just because there's so much I could play with as a druid.
Yeah, nice. See, Marky said, I started D&D with cleric, played and loved the Witcher games, as everybody should, because the Witcher universe it's just fantastic. It is so well made, and Geralt's just awesome. The ranger gets favored enemy, which I got 2, being monstrous humanoid and magical beast. Oh. Basically a healer ranged monster hunter. Whoa. My troll character is a whisper gnome monk who has a huge ginger afro.
That is epic. I really like that
Yeah,
image.
he is a drama. He's a drama theater guy who wears an opera mask and thinks of himself as a hero. Oh my gosh! So you got this opera mask on with this big
Giant
poofy
ginger afro going around punching and kicking things at the speed of light.
You're 2 feet tall.
That's great.
He wields a short spear and shield. He also rages.
See, my meme character is,
Yes.
freaking shoot, what did I name him? Flint.
Oh yes,
Like that.
Flint.
That's my meme character.
Yep.
And it's not to do anything stupid. It's just to make the DM uncomfortable. Every time I've ever made a meme character, it's like, all right, how do I make the DM uncomfortable?
It was to get back at Courtney.
Yeah.
Yep, and you did.
Yeah. I've never made a meme character of like, all right, this character is a meme or a troll.
Yeah.
No, this character is going to either A, break something in the game to make the DM upset, or the DM is just going to be so creeped out that they don't know what to do with them.
Marky Mark said, a dwarf cleric, turtle druid, and a halfling sorcerer. You guys know now your characters for your next campaign.
There it is.
I mean, that wouldn't be a bad campaign to do.
No,
with
I don't
those
think
3
so at
on
all.
it.
We'd be a little spell heavy, but that's okay.
You just destroy 1 or 2 islands. Who cares?
Yeah.
They'll grow back.
I'll just turn into a bear and I'll just do a lot of melee.
Yeah,
So-
and I'll just hit things with a hammer, and you'll set things on fire, I guess.
Yeah, but a troll character. Have I made a joke character before?
I don't think you're capable of doing that. Out of all the hundreds of characters you've made.
Yeah, no, they all. So okay, the closest I would say I've come to that is one the very first one I would say is way back in the day, which this is a great segue for this too, is years and years ago, my older brother Al, he's the one that got me into TTRPG because he was like, yeah, let's try it out. So he made his own little game system, and we played in that, and we did a superhero one.
Oh.
And I made this little nerdy guy, Eugene Goldfarb. And it was that he was being put into like a virtual reality machine to like test it out, like as one of the test subjects. And as he was in the game, of course there's the malfunction, it goes wrong, so all of the game knowledge and stuff imbued into him, so when he came out of it, he thought he was still in the game, but he's in real life and can throw Mario fireballs and do Hadokens.
This is like a reverse Sword Art Online.
And,
Wow.
So yeah, in a way, he was a pretty joke-sided kind of character.
Now, I will say, I've never seen you pull out like a character that you play consistently, like that's your main character. That's a joke character or a troll character. But you do have an NPC that is very much a troll character. And his name's Fancy Dan.
Yep. I met Fancy Dan.
I have met Fancy Dan.
You both have met Fancy Dan.
Yeah.
Yes, Fancy Dan. And see, the thing is, I don't see him as like a joke character. He's just a fun salesman that can appear anywhere.
Yeah, he transcends time and space and dimensions.
Oh, his gnome monk, his troll character, his name was Billy Jimmy, otherwise known as BJ.
Great.
Yep.
But
That's a troll character.
yeah, the second one I had was I was going for as far as combat wise, I was going for the girl in the Castlevania anime. I don't know her name, but
Oh, the sorcerer chick?
yeah,
Yeah.
like the way that she would fight, like that was so cool. Like a way to do magic. It was almost like Avatar: The Last Airbender kind of stuff, but more brutal. Because,
Have you seen
it's-
Castlevania on Netflix?
I started it. I stopped it and I haven't looked back at it.
No.
Okay.
Definitely need to pick it back up.
Yeah, the last season got a little. There were some weird parts, but some really
Silpha.
epic parts.
Yeah, Marky Mark saying Silpha, which that kind of sounds right.
Cypher.
Like Silpha, yeah, something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I just
But-
remember she had short hair. She dressed in robes.
Yes.
And the way that she did her magic, she would like do these weird hand signs. And then different
Yeah.
things would happen. And animated, it was freaking dope.
It was.
It was actually really cool for a sorcerer the way that they did it.
But
check it
the joke part about this elf woman that I was playing was that where she came from, essentially she came from a nudist colony, so she was naked all the time. And so anytime we would get ready to go into a town, we had this mentor character, like a DM NPC, and they would be like, "Woo, illusion over you." so people would see you in clothes.
Yeah, you can't have a nude female elf just waltz into town. Everything would stop.
Yeah.
How uncomfortable would Courtney be if you just played a nude female elf the
She
entire
wouldn't.
campaign?
No, one of her, like, in a campaign that she was in before the Inquisition started, she was a pirate captain that was a prostitute.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was her character,
What
Marlo.
about- what about
Marlo?
it?
Yep.
Marlo.
Marlo. Yeah.
What about an ugly naked always character?
Oh, an ugly naked
'Cause
character.
you know she can't do ugly.
No, she can't draw ugly. That's why I don't have
So-
Braxter, Flint, or Rory.
Yeah. Not yet on Rory. I told her, I was like, just go ahead and make him handsome. Just
Yeah.
Power through.
Rugged, handsome, but a little rugged.
I don't know. She spends all her time drawing elves and stuff. Like, I literally don't know if she can make a non-handsome thing on paper.
No.
I think it would physically break her to have to draw like Rory as Rory.
Yeah.
I think she would actually like cease to exist.
But the segue that kind of brought up was, what was it's kind of a two-parter, or I guess we'll just say a multi-parter. One, what was your first TTRPG experience? Because it might not have been D&D. And then, what were your first characters? So, like, what was your first, D&D character? If you, like me, if you started off with just a homebrew thing, what was that character?
My first TTRPG experience, I'm not going to say that like it's a true TTRPG, but the way we played it made it into a TTRPG.
Yeah.
So it was Axes and Allies,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So like Risk on steroids, if you've ever played it.
Yeah.
And in that game, you get assigned a country from World War II or a power. And we were playing at my buddy's house. It was a bunch of us, marching band geeks playing. And I didn't realize how serious they took it because if you were Russia, they had an outfit for you.
Wow.
If you were Nazi Germany, which we probably just got flagged, but they had an outfit for you. If you were Japan, you had an outfit.
In the historical context.
Yeah. So I got Japan. So they had
Nice.
like the weird helmet, like they put tape on my eyes. They had the jacket and everything. And whenever you were playing, you had to do the accent. So like the guy that was
Nice.
Russia was doing a Russian accent the whole time. The guy that was Germany was just screaming the entire time. The guy that was America, he had on a cowboy hat and like this weird like coat that was all red, white, and blue, and he just talked with a thick Southern drawl the whole time. This game lasted for like 8 hours, and we're just in this basement acting like a country for 8 hours, trying to fight each other on this board. So I'm going to claim that as a TTRPG because we got way too into it.
No, yeah,
way too
that
into
counts.
I really like how the American stereotype is a cowboy.
Just watch.
It is.
I mean, it is,
That's,
yeah.
we
Watch Devil May
created
Cry.
that.
I mean, look, I'm from
the
Texas.
president and that.
I'm from Texas, so I get it,
Yeah,
But
that's how every other country perceives
I just love
us.
it because even when I was overseas and I did some stuff over there, like in Japan, you have your cowboy hat? It's like, no, I don't have my cowboy hat here. Like, no, I don't have any of that.
Yeah, like we have weebs here in America. Over in Japan, I'm not sure what they're called.
They're obsessed with cowboy culture.
But yeah, they are obsessed with the cowboy culture, and
Yep.
it's like right on.
Oh,
Yep.
it's great. In Thailand, I think it was there in 2002, we went to a bar, and it looked just like what you would picture a stereotypical Western bar would look like. It had saloon doors when you walked in. They had longhorns up on the wall. It was like, what is going on here? Like, this is, where are we right now?
That's the stereo. That's what they think of us.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you know what? I couldn't care less.
Yeah, and
That's awesome.
And the owner was like, we watched TV shows, and they built their bar after TV shows.
Based.
So that's
More
how
power
they did it.
to 'em, man.
Yeah, but my first D&D character
Yeah.
was that basically we only did one session with my dad,
Mm-hmm.
but he was an elf ranger.
Nice.
I do not remember what his name was
That's okay. That's
because
okay.
I think we made it 2.5 in before we descended into debauchery against each other, our own party. But yeah, it was an elf ranger, and I remember he was the first one to go.
Oh,
Yep, he was the first one to go.
Dang.
I remember that because the rogue decided that he should hold the loot, and I was holding the loot, and I wouldn't give the rogue the loot, so I got a poison dart in the back, and then him and the other guy just viciously killed me. Yeah, and then
Very
they
nice.
left with the
Very
loot.
nice.
Yeah, so
Wow. So for me, I'm going to say it's that 2004 campaign that I've already
Yeah.
kind of discussed a little bit with the elf ranger and having a pet eagle. That's the one I remember. I mean, as a kid growing up, I'm sure that I, played others, but that's the one that still sticks in my head, to this day.
Nice. Yeah, my first experience was with my older brother, and we started off doing a fantasy one called Valor, and I was a elf. And since it was, kind of all homebrew stuff, essentially I was a martial arts sorcerer.
Wow.
Yeah. And so, like, I specifically leaning a bit more towards the necromancy side. So whenever I killed something, I could take its soul and I would log it. And he was like, okay, by that goblin, put a 2. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then later on, he's like, yeah, so you're trying to cast this spell, right? And I was like, yeah, I want to, like, throw this lightning beam. And he's like, okay, you can use some of your soul energy, to boost it. And I was like, hey, that's cool.
I like that. That's a neat take. Yeah.
Yeah, because Colt was his name, and he was the kind of the first character I ever really created and got into. Yeah, he was cool.
Heck yeah.
And then my first D&D, I basically kind of took a little bit of that over, mostly just the name. And I was a Goliath warlock, and that was a mistake, as you hear Courtney and I say frequently on this channel. If it's your first time playing D&D, don't pick a spellcaster.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was so lost because, one, I was already being bombarded with all of the normal rules. So, like, I did my stats, and I was like, yeah, these seem okay. And I made the mistake that dexterity was a bit of a dump stat. So when it came time, like, oh yeah, what's your AC? And I was like, yeah, how do you calculate that again? They're like, oh yeah, you take your dex modifier plus your armor. Since you're a warlock, you can only wear, like, light, I think. And I was like, okay, yeah, so it's this. Oh, so it's that -2. Yeah, you're gonna hit me.
Oh no.
So I went down a lot in the fights. But on the upside, I forget how I lost it, but I lost my arm, and then I got a squid tentacle arm that grew out from there, so that was cool.
Wow. Yeah.
They would love you in Japan.
Ooh.
They would.
They try to eat me or use me for naughty stuff.
Yep. It's
Probably-
a win-win. For them. Win-win for them. Win-win.
That was the thing with the warlocks that were playing at the Ren Fair.
Yeah.
Is that all the warlocks had the tentacle thing? And
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, I can't deal with this many tentacles in D&D. I can't do it.
Yeah, it's like they chose the deep. What is that one called? They essentially chose the water-based subclass for the warlock. For all the warlock characters that they made for us. And it was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, somebody was a weeb.
Yeah.
But we still love you. Whoever made those characters,
Yes.
we still love you.
And then to jump back just briefly, Marky Mark said, yeah, a half ogre belly dancer.
It's a lot of belly.
That's a lot of belly.
That is a lot of belly.
Have any of you ever actually seen, like, a real belly dancer?
Yes.
I mean, maybe.
It's kind of freaky to watch.
Yep.
Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I have this weird thing of, like, if I can see your ribs, it freaks me out. Like, thigh gaps freak me out.
Oh.
Yeah. So, like, I remember being, like, 12 years old. We were at Art and Speed Park, which has not existed since you've lived around here. There's a park down the road that once a year, they used to fill the entire park with vendors, like nice handmade jewelry, like craftsmanship stuff, like all artsy stuff. And I remember there would be these 3 women that would come out and they would walk around and belly dance. Like that's what they did. And I remember watching one, and she did this weird wave thing where like I could see like her stomach went in underneath of her ribs.
Yeah,
and I think I almost puked into the ground because I was like, huh, they shouldn't do that.
Yeah, I haven't seen a belly dancer in real life that I can remember, but like on TV shows and whatnot, and I remember seeing them do that, just that wave with their stomach, and it's like, oh, ouch.
Yeah, that undulation, and you're just like, whoa, the control is impressive, but it looks so weird.
Yeah, I'm not into that. I know there's many a place and many a person that is into that. Mm-hmm. That's not a Patrick thing.
Yeah, I have a strong feeling that you wouldn't see the rib cage of the ogre when he did it.
Probably not. No. I might be able to get on board with that one.
But what if you did?
Oh, I'd be out. Nope. Nope. Sorry. Can't do this anymore. I have to leave. Mm-hmm. Like, I just can't. I can't do the thigh gap. I can't do the ribs. I can't do, like, pointy collarbones. I see people like that, and I'm like, wow, you need a Golden Corral.
Ooh.
Like, I will take you to Golden Corral, and I will pay. Just please eat something.
Yeah.
I mean, some people can't gain weight, though. I know I've met a few people that have had just the inability to gain weight no matter what they eat.
I work with a guy like that.
I feel bad because it's like, man, I mean, I can gain weight and I'm trying to lose it. And it's like, wish I could have some of what you have so you can gain a little bit there. But
yeah.
It's,
I work with a guy. His name's Austin, and he is tiny. He is smaller than Jonas. And we will go out for lunch, and that boy will eat twice as much food as me.
Yep.
And he's still like
razor thin.
I can take like both hands and put it around his thigh.
yeah.
And I'm like, how? He's like, I don't know. My sister's 400 pounds, and I'm this, and I eat more than she does.
Yeah. It's genetics.
Genetics.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I don't know. I wish I got half of that. I don't know.
I don't want all of it.
No,
just a little bit.
Just let me not be a size 40. Come on, man. Come on.
Working on it. I was telling Jonas we have a pretty big gym in our garage, and it's like, I'm gonna start using it. I'm working on it.
Yeah, I should have an at-home gym, but we're in the space it would go.
But then where would this be? I mean,
exactly.
I know.
This takes precedence over a gym. Sorry.
I know. Let me just sit here for 8 hours and play math rocks with my friends instead of pumping iron and getting swole.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Thank you, Patrick and Jessica. Because we were at Courtney's rental house.
Yeah, a spare bedroom.
Yeah, and then her landlord just out of the blue was like, "Oh hey, you have till the end of the year to move out." And it was like, okay, where are we gonna put the studio? So we were trying to think like, okay, we could try to rent a space, but man, we don't have the funds for that.
Yep.
And then Patrick crawled into his house on his hands and knees and was like, "Thine wife, would thou allow us?" And she said, "Yes."
Yes.
Wow.
And here we are. They came to the rescue.
Like the insulation in the ceiling, me and Jonas put that in.
Yeah,
The insulation around the walls, because my wife doesn't work, she put all that in herself.
Oof.
She's a badass.
Yeah, the shiplap, her and my father-in-law picked that up, cut that out, and put it up. What is done of the actual wall, she put up. And then, like, the decorating over here, she did that with stuff that Courtney had brought, like the hutch and everything for the snacks and all that.
Yeah, she
got
found this
that.
recently at like a yard sale.
Yeah.
And for those of you out there in the YouTube world that can't see everything I can see, it looks phenomenal. You can tell the work has been put in.
Yeah, you're seeing all the behind-the-scenes stuff.
Yeah.
that nobody ever gets to see.
Yeah, Courtney, like, Robert sat down, and one of the first things he said, he was like, that's the perfect picture frame for him.
It is.
We're referring
It
to
is.
Aimer.
It is.
And yeah, I'm sure you all can see because it is in the camera frame. That
Yep.
is the one and only Aimer
Yep.
in it. And yeah, it is a glorious picture frame.
Yeah, but it's slowly getting worked out. Like the next big thing is I'm on the wait list for the electrical company to come out to run electrical so we can get the real AC in here, which, as you can see, is
It's
over
here.
there in a corner, not hooked up. And then the rest of the boards to go up so that way we can do more decorating. So it has been a very long work in progress, but considering that most people just have to convert their dining room table like once a month to play, I think we
No.
got a good space to do
This
something.
This is
yeah,
really nice,
I
yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus the microphones can stay up, the cameras get to stay up on the ceiling. I still have space to do my normal stuff
Yeah.
behind the curtain, as one might say.
Yeah, he hasn't even seen behind the curtain.
No,
And
there's nothing really cool over there
No.
right now, but sometimes there is.
It's his 3D printing stuff.
Yeah, and that printer doesn't even work. The new one's in the house. I still haven't brought it out here. But anyways, we digress into talking about how awesome of a place that we have here that
That's what we do.
None
on
of
this
you all
channel.
actually
we're,
get
we're
to
just
see.
here to chat, hang out, and we digress a lot. Which
we
is,
do.
Which is
You know
A-okay.
this.
I do know
You
this.
watch the live streams.
Yep. Let me,
You
let
know
me
the
tell ya.
tangents we go on.
I remember the first time I logged into a live stream. Y'all were talking man's country, and it was right at the end. And I said something, and they stayed on a whole hour longer just to talk
We
to me.
did.
We did.
Yep. That was awesome.
Hey, look, for our number one fan, sometimes sacrifices must be made. That was the thing. I told my wife last night, I was like, hey, we're going to have an extra person tomorrow. We're having Robert on. And she's like, is that guy that you all talk about all the time? I'm like, yeah. That's the guy we talk about all the time.
Yeah.
The guy that comes to all the stuff. Like, he's come out to... Your
really try to.
attendance to the Renaissance Festival is ungodly.
I try to. I do. I
Like
really try to.
every other Saturday, he's there playing a game.
Yep.
Because I remember the first day I was there to actually run games.
Mm-hmm.
You were literally you literally only showed up to play a one shot.
Yeah, just with you specifically.
So you paid to get into the Ren Fair.
Yep.
And then you paid to play a game.
Yep.
And then you left.
And then I left.
Yep.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened. Drove all the way from my house to the Ren Fair.
Which was like what, an hour?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robert's a madman.
He is
in
a
the
madman.
best way.
You're a madman that doesn't make me worried. Because you're mad in the
Very
best
happy
way
to hear
possible.
that. Yeah. I mean, I love the Wayward Inquisition, so it's like, why not support it? You know? You guys have really helped spark that creativity within me.
I don't know who you are, Marky Marker, if you're still here. But remember that. We love the people that support us.
We do.
So maybe you should, because who knows what could happen to you. You could be a very early supporter of something that goes absolutely viral. I don't
Yeah,
know. I may
the-
just be talking
the-
out of my head, but I don't know.
The Discord link is in the description.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you want to know what that Discord link does, Robert's from the Discord.
I am. Yep.
He's literally from the Discord.
Literally. That is how I talk to Jonas.
Yep. Yep.
And hey, not only have you come to conventions, played one shots with us, but you also signed up for a impromptu get yelled at on Helldivers with us.
Yeah, I did. And it was fun. And I'm looking forward to the next one. I really am.
They are fun.
Last time we played, Courtney was very happy because I plugged in my headset and it wasn't working. So she was very happy that I couldn't yell at her. So instead, I just
He had the-
texted in all caps,
Yep.
yelling.
Stop dying.
Yeah. Like at one point, she tried to give me supplies because she always plays as support. So she's got the supply pack on. Mm-hmm. Well, I play as the idiot
Yep.
that has always has the hell bomb on his back. So she ran up behind me, gave me supplies, but it's the give supply button is also the activate bomb button. So she runs up behind me. I hear the of her giving me supplies. And then I also hear the and the little white light comes up. I'm like, oh, great.
It was.
So I drop it and I run. I don't have my headset. I can't yell, get away.
Yeah.
She runs back, gives supplies to him. And then they're coming up where I went, and they got right up to the bomb. Poof! And I just saw,
You didn't
Two down.
you didn't see the beacon say something was coming?
no, it doesn't say
No.
anything.
Oh, it doesn't.
No.
Yeah, because it's not like the other stratagems where you throw it and you see it and then it comes down. It's already on his back. So, like, at the very start of the match, yeah, I saw him throw it down and equipped it. But, one, we're on Super Helldive, which gets...
On bots.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
on bots.
Yeah.
And so it's pretty hectic. And so, like, I'm running to catch up with the group. And then yeah, he's booking it, we're going, and all of a sudden my body just goes into pieces and ragdolls away, and I'm like, whoa, I just got hit by something, what the and it's like, yeah, she triggered my hell bomb. Oh.
That's great.
That'll do it.
Yeah. Playing with me with a microphone is an experience
It's so much fun.
because I treat it like a TTRPG. And since I'm usually the one selecting the missions and I am the highest,
yeah, we
highest
put
level,
him in charge.
I just treat it like everybody is beneath me and nobody can do it right. And
That's fair.
I don't think you got to experience, but they've experienced it, which Jonas hates the squids. He hates the Illuminate.
Oh,
Dude.
yeah. We were just talking about that before you even got here to start this conversation. How ungodly awful they are to fight, especially by yourself, even on easy mode.
Yeah. So when I put us on Super Helldive on Illuminates, that's whenever I play my joke loadout, which is also the one that I yell at everybody the most on. Because I put on the full ceremonial parade armor
He does.
with the little captain's hat.
It's glorious.
I get the saber. I get the Constitution rifle and the flag. And I literally run around with the flag and stab things with the flag
Yep.
or fight things with the sword. And if they don't follow me, like I'll get everybody together. I'll pull out the flag and I'll say, on me, charge, and run in. And they've just got to the point where they're like, yeah, we'll just see how this plays out. We're just going to watch from back here because I know exactly what's about to happen. And I just charge into like 250 of these Illuminate, like the Illuminate ships are laying down everything. And here's just me, like freaking Aragorn, just running down the hill with a flag in my hand. But I will say, the planets that are the voteless, where it's
Yeah.
like hordes of voteless, I got on random one night, got onto a random server.
Yeah.
The guy was in like the heavy parade armor. So I got into my armor and we did the full thing. We had the sabers, we had
Yeah.
the super helldive, we had the flags. Two randoms joined us. They saw our loadout. They got their parade loadout.
Oh, wow.
So we're all on the ground. We have the breaching shields and the flags on Super Helldive with just the stupid voteless, and we're standing in a phalanx line. And you know what?
Pretty good.
Surprisingly,
It worked?
It was the best loadout that we could have done. Because if you stab those things in the face, they just die.
Maybe that's a strat.
They just die.
Maybe that's the
yeah.
strategy, guy. You heard it here. That's the strategy right
That's
there.
the strat. Now,
Yeah.
if regular Illuminate planets, no.
No.
No. Because the bad thing about the flag is that people complained it didn't have any buffs or did anything, so they added one. Mm-hmm. To where if you have the flag, they ignore everybody else. They only go to you.
Yep.
They like that. I can, if nobody else has the flag, I can take the flag, get a group of enemies, run straight through the middle of my other three Helldivers, and they will just ignore them, run through them, and keep on chasing after me.
Love it. I love
Like,
it.
it's kind of stupid, but also really fun.
Yep.
And they hate it whenever I pull that out because, especially Courtney, because she knows the yelling is about to start even more. Oh, yeah.
I'll lay down covering fire. I support my guy.
Yeah. But usually what happens is that me
But
and
then we all die because then since he has the flag, that's one less gun and offense.
But usually what happens whenever like the three of us play and then Nick, Courtney's husband, will join in, is it ends up Courtney and Jonas get separated from us. Jonas can hold his own. Like Jonas by himself can hold his own. Jonas in a group doesn't do well on that game.
It's kind of weird, but
Yeah. And Courtney's just getting slaughtered on this side of the map. Jonas is doing the slaughtering on this side of the map. And me and Nick are just taking out secondary objectives because if we get close to a regular one, there's not enough of us to do anything. And then it's like 5 minutes left, and we're like, yeah, we have 2 reinforcements left. 18 of those were used by Courtney. So yeah, we're just going to go back to evac, and this one's just a write-off.
Wow. That's great.
That's how it works.
yeah.
All right, Jonas, what's next on the docket?
What?
I've devolved into my tism.
No, it's all good. Helldivers is amazing.
It is amazing.
So yeah, I had mentioned it at the beginning. So let's talk about magic and spell casting. So how I see, specifically, we'll just focus on sorcerers because that's where Courtney and I hit the difference. And so I see sorcerers as, the magic comes from within. As I mentioned before, I feel like it's very Dragon Ball Z. You have this inner chi, this inner magic that you use, and you channel it, and then basically whatever you imagine, that's what you cast, But Courtney was saying, no, the magic is inside you. Literally, the spell fireball is imprinted inside of you because it's in that magic that's inside you. Does that make sense? I think I conveyed her side of it.
It's like an inside tattoo that would be on a scroll.
Yeah.
So you click a button
but
and your fireball comes out.
Now, I won't say literally it's inside you, but that's how she sees it, is that spell is innately inside of you.
Okay.
So yeah, how do you all see sorcerers? And then we can kind of branch off and go to the different spellcasters.
So I see sorcerers doing magic in 2 different ways.
Okay.
Because I've only played sorcerers with the 2 different archetypes, as you can say. There's the wild magic, and then the draconic bloodline magic.
Yeah.
So, the draconic bloodline, I would agree with you that the magic is inside of you and whatever you think it does. Because I imagine that's how dragons do it. With their layer abilities and everything out. It's like a reality bending with their mind. But the wild magic, because there's consequences of things if you roll bad enough. If you watch the really horrible first live action Avatar movie, Avatar The Last Airbender.
I have seen that one, yes.
Where the firebenders didn't just make fire. They had to draw it from sources.
Yeah.
Right.
So, they always had torches or fires around them to draw from. That's how I imagine the wild nature magic.
Okay.
So, if I'm a wild nature sorcerer and I'm going to cast Fireball, your torch is probably going to go out. Because I just used that to make a fireball. Because if I roll low enough, and something happens, in my mind, I roll a nat 1, and then I roll on the wild magic whatever, and it's your spell backfires and blows up. Well, wherever that torch is going to explode because you couldn't channel it off of there right. So,
that's cool.
That's how I am at, if you're trying to, grasp something with thorns, me as a DM, if I have somebody playing as a wild sorcerer, if there's not a thorn bush around or something with thorns around, sorry, you ain't casting that spell. Because there's no thorns for you to control.
Yeah.
Like that's how I view the wild magic. So I always choose draconic because I'm just going to use my mind to alter reality to make this spell work.
I'm going to put a pin in your wild magic viewpoint and save that for later. Robbie?
Yeah, that's a pretty interesting way of thinking about that, though. I kind of want to lean in with the draconic thought, though, where sorcerers have that ability to just innately draw upon the magic within them to create whatever they want in front of them. I think that's kind of the way I do. I think I can see where Courtney's going with it as well, but I kind of agree more with you, Jonas, on the sorcerers. Just they have the ability to do it, and they're like just going to do it. And then I would say if they roll a fail, then it kind of makes them exhausted more. Where, man, you weren't able to control it, so it's going to take more from you on the inside than just casting it as you were, trying to do.
Actually, like drain your energy.
Draining
sources.
your actual
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah. You fail enough times, you get exhaustion.
The more magic you use, the less you're able to use as it goes down the line until you're able to rest up again to use it. You're replenishing your mana
Yeah.
in a way.
Well, and that makes sense with spell slots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
That's kind of their mana pool, how D&D does it. And yeah, I would even say, even with the wild magic, I would still picture that as coming from within. But the reason that you get the wild magic table is because the person that's doing it, either A, you could say the magic itself is just so chaotic that's why you get that wild magic happenstance, or they're so unskilled with trying to cast it that it has like fireball. Oh, I turned you into a goose. Oh, sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
turn me into a newt.
So kind of like you're thinking, when I'm thinking X-Men or something like that, those mutants that have no ability to control their mutant abilities
in
a way.
in a
Like
way.
Cyclops.
Yeah. You have to have a restraint on Cyclops, right?
Yeah.
So I like that thought process.
But
too.
then to take the pin out of Patrick's viewpoint of his wild magic, I would say that's how I view druids. I think druids, they have to pull from whatever they are around. And, I allow a bit of manipulation in there. If it's a clear day and they want to do like lightning bolt, then of course I'd be like, oh yeah, you do it and these dark clouds come in and then, a lot of the time if they're doing like a little earthquake thing, I'll be like, you slam your staff down and then it sends the ripple through. So theirs is very environmentally contextual for me.
Yeah, I imagine a wild magic sorcerer as somebody that should have gone to the conclave and didn't.
Yeah.
Like they're 2 steps away from wild shape, but they never made it to the people in the middle of the woods. So they're stuck with what they feel.
Yeah.
Like I imagine the wild shaped sorcerer was just held back because their parents didn't want him being a hippie.
Okay.
I dig it.
Yeah.
I like it.
I don't know. That's just how I look at it. It's always made sense to me that way.
What are your thoughts on elemental totems and a druid? Say it's just
The elemental
just a
totems.
druid that has an elemental totem with them, right? So say he just has like a fire totem. Kind of like, I'm going to go back to World of Warcraft again. You think of the shamans and how they threw the totems out. When they threw the totem out, they had that ability of, whatever the totem
Oh,
was.
okay.
So a fire totem, a water totem,
Yeah.
electric, I think it'd be pretty neat to create a character somehow, that like you say, it has to be in the environment. Like there's no thorns around. Well, what if he had a rosebush totem or something like that, and he threw that out, and the plant just came out, and then boom, and it takes a few steps. You can't just throw it out and it's ready to go.
Yeah.
It's like 2 turns, and that rosebush will be there, and you can use those thorns.
That's to me, that sounds like you're combining like a rune caster with a druid,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
honestly would be a
That'd
pretty
be
dope character to play.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh no, I need to create water, but we're in a desert. Yep.
It'll be ready in a bit.
Yep.
Yeah,
Just hang on.
Because during that one shot we did on Friday, I had my character Marcus in there,
Yeah.
who how he casts magic is he has little gemstones, like nicely carved ones, and that have runes on it. So when he casts haste, he'll throw it, and the rune, like the little token, will stick to his comrade, and then. Like, that was the flavor that I did it.
There is a series of books that I have listened to. They're still writing them. And the magic it's interesting to say the least. But, like, what they call the Northmen, basically Vikings, that's what they're modeled after. They don't have, like, spellcasters. Like, they don't have anybody in their culture or their bloodlines that could just cast magic or wizards or anything like that. But they have runesmiths. And they have runes that whenever they write it down on certain, like, precious metals or stones or things like that, it has different magical properties. So, like, if you get, like, a sapphire and you put a fire rune on it, it's going to be more powerful than if you put a fire rune on, like a piece of, like silver.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But they have to break it in order to cast the magic. So, like, they would throw it against something to shatter it, and then it would do something fire related. And so, like, that is actually very close to how this whole magic system of these Norsemen work in this book series that I've listened to. That's also how they do the enchanting as well. Like, if you want enchanted weapons, you got to go up to where these Norsemen are and get them to enchant the weapon by putting on
Draw out the sigils.
the runes. But then wizards are just wizards. Yeah, like they form some connection to the earth, and then they can draw power through the earth that way to be a wizard. And then they have to study for all these years and everything else. And these guys are up there like, yeah, just put that sigil on that sapphire, throw it. Yeah, fireball.
Oh, the acorn and willow. Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
I'd allow somebody to play what you described.
Yeah.
I
think
would
it's
allow
an
somebody to play
I think it's
that.
an interesting take on
Yeah.
a druid and its abilities.
Yeah, because it. But then the other question is like, all right, do you make the totems? Like, do you have to make the totems and sit there and like imbue them with that specific sort of
I
power?
would think so. Yeah,
Yeah, probably.
And I think that'd be a good way to limit it too, to where, okay, while you're resting, right? Like you have a certain amount of time, kind of like a cleric, you have to choose which path of totems you want to go.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
Yeah.
one or two, or maybe it's one. All you have time is a short rest. You can only do one totem.
Yep.
What are you going to do?
Yep.
Then you got to figure out what might we need. And if you don't need it, then it goes away, after a day, and you have to re-imbue them.
That would be an interesting one. Jonas, write that down.
Okay. To
You should see it. His fingers are moving so fast.
I'm getting there. Hold on. To kind of spin off from the whole totem thing. One thing I've started to do with spellcasters that I'm making and would like to test out and play at some point is, and this is for you all at home too, put limitations on your characters. So I have one, I think pretty sure she is a sorcerer, and I remember like talking to, she was gonna be a backup character. I think it was in case Brock died. This lady was going to be a sorcerer, and I was like, yeah, Courtney, but the thing is, she can only cast like lightning magic. So I was like, yeah, so do you want me to only use the specific lightning ones, or can I re-flavor things so fireball becomes lightning ball?
Oh, wow, yeah.
And she was like, yeah, do whichever way you like. And it's like, Okay, flavor it is.
Lightning ball is what we're going with.
Right.
um,
That
And-
would be interesting
yeah.
though, because like if you play like Skyrim
Oh yeah.
and you go through your am I going to go this way in destruction for fire? Or am I going to go this way in lightning? And pretty much every spell that they had for like fire or lightning, they were like the same thing. Just one exploded and did fire damage, and the other one exploded and drained their mana.
Yeah.
So in a sense, in that magic type, they were pretty much the same thing, just flavored different.
Yeah.
Now, one magic thing that I haven't seen anywhere outside of that book that I was referring to earlier that I want to figure out how to write a homebrew for is their magic. It was from book series, Brent Weeks. The series is the Lightbringer series.
Mm-hmm.
Their magic is done based off of color. And you've heard me describe this before.
Yeah,
But you
yeah.
probably haven't, because I don't know if those videos exist anywhere on YouTube.
Yeah, I've watched a couple YouTubers and them talking about magic, and they've all brought up that same color one.
Yeah, so these people are called drafters, and there's something different about their eyes, to where they see colors differently than what they call muns. So people that can't draft, they just see colors. So like, let's say I was a blue drafter. I could look at your blue drink here, and I could focus on that. My eyes would get blue, and then that blue would travel out of my eyes, down my skin somewhere, and then let's say I wanted to make it into a sword. Well, it would pierce out of my hands and form what they call luxin, which is a hardened version of that magic. And if I drew it at the correct frequency of light, which would be superchromacy is what they called it, where it's the perfect blue, it would probably last for years. Or in their world, since men have worse eyes than women, it might last for 2 minutes and then dissolve into dust. But every time you do that, your iris fills up with that color. And if it fills all the way up to what they call the halo, so the outside of your iris, it breaks the iris and the whites of your eyes get overtaken with that color. And each color goes with an emotion. So like blue is intellectual. You want to solve problems. Well, if you break your halo, you just sit in a spot and contemplate a problem until you figured it out. And then you start remaking yourself with the luxin. So you replace your skin with the luxin, and parts of your skin start slopping off and all this stuff, and you go mad. And it's all about this world where people can draft these colors, but they only live till they're like 40. And then once they get close into breaking the freeing, they have to go to the center of power under the prism, which is like the emperor and high priest, and he frees you from your burden by stabbing you in the heart
Perfect.
through ritual, ceremonial, spiritual things. And I'm like, if I could figure out how to write a homebrew to where everybody has to like roll for a color,
Yeah.
and like orange, you can't make a solid orange, but you can make hexes with orange and trick people, or you can make a goo that's flammable. Well, if you have sub-red, so like infrared, you can see in the infrared, but you can also create fire.
Yeah.
And then track it all to where like halfway through the campaign, it's like, hey man, you do your magic one more time, and your compatriots are so zealous to the god or Harlem that you all serve that they're going to have to put you out of your misery, because that's what they do. Like in the middle of war, guys cast some magic and then he goes down. They check their eyes and they're like, oh, his halos are shattered. Keep on going. Like
That'd be
trying to figure out how to put that on paper
Yeah.
as a playable magic class. Because you're just like, oh no, I need to make a gear reduction system. All right, well, I draft red and green, so I'll use that to make the gears, and green's flexible. I'll intertwine that with the blue to make the ropes and get it up. Oh no, I need to shoot spikes out of my hands. I'll just shoot spikes out of my hand. But yeah, I got like 4 more days of magic before I lose my mind.
Oof.
That's
That's
yeah, that'd
interesting.
be a tough one to math out.
Yeah. But the whole concept, because that's the only magic in that world, like, kind of dope how they do it, because the prism has prisms for eyes, and he can just draft all the colors and doesn't have any consequences for 7 years. And then after 7 years, he goes mad and they have to put him down.
Oh.
In the biblical sense.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
Like if I could get that down as a magic class and convince a bunch of idiots to run it.
I mean, I don't think you have a problem convincing anyone to run it.
Yeah,
At
it would
least
be
to try it
convincing them
out.
to stay, because it would
Yeah.
be like you think keeping track of ammo and arc is hard. That'd be hard to keep track.
That would, yeah, that's going to be a lot to keep track of. Keeping track of ammo and arc was, well, I mean, I was able to handle it pretty well.
Well, yeah, every turn just
And-
used half a magazine.
Courtney struggled with it for a bit, but yeah, eventually she got the hang of it.
If you're not familiar with firearms, I could see how that would be
Yeah.
a little oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
And yeah, arc was awesome.
We need to
Yeah.
make him play arc.
I'll try it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, once
For
I've
sure.
rewritten the rules to read easier, which I think I'm getting there.
Okay.
But, you
okay.
know, being the one to create the system and reading through it, yeah, it all makes sense.
Yep.
Does it make sense? I don't know. Makes sense to the person that wrote it.
You can, oh,
Well, you'll know, you hand it out, and then people will be like, what about this?
Well, that's what
about
happened.
this?
Is because, me and Jonas did live streams of fleshing out different sections of the system. And by the end of it, we were like, yeah, no, this works. And then we put the sheet down in front of Courtney. She's like, I have no idea what this means. I'm like, oh, no, no. I need to go back to the drawing board.
yep.
She's like, I've read it. It doesn't make sense. I'm like, okay. Cool. Maybe I should have wrote that novel instead. Might have been easier.
Maybe.
Or maybe it wouldn't.
But
have.
you have arc, and
Yeah,
that's
we
what
do have
matters.
arc.
That's what matters.
I'm excited for season 2 whenever we get to that.
Yeah. Whenever we all die mysterious deaths in this campaign and it gets cut short because we're all stupid.
It's highly possible.
It's highly possible. With how we've been rolling, it's highly possible.
Let's segue into that and you guys and just rolling so terribly.
Look, man, when I'm sitting there in that chair, it's like my dice want to kill everybody at this table. I
Yeah.
will roll nat 20s out the wazoo. I will roll 18 straight for 4 or 5 turns. My dice are on fire for good rolls. When I'm on this side of the table, I don't know. It's like it's like the dice want me to die.
Yeah, I witnessed it.
Yeah.
And if you haven't yet, go check it out because you too can witness it.
And my dice will only roll good for stupid things.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how many times Courtney has told us, I want a serious, grim, dark campaign in my setting. I'm like, okay, cool. And my dice are like, no, you're going to roll a 2 for that stealth roll, pop out into the bathroom, and you're about to have this awkward conversation with a constable
Yeah.
with your head sticking out of a sewer grate.
But you're going to get out of it.
But I'm going to get out of it. And then we need to have a serious campaign just went straight out the window because my
Yeah.
dice hate me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yours too.
No. No, yeah, I have been a bad roller since I got into it. And I think in a similar vein, whenever I DM, I do roll better.
Still not great.
It's still horrendous. And I think, especially being on that side, I think my aura of dice and Patrick's, I think they collide, and then that's why we both just get even worse.
Yeah.
It's like a black hole void right here in the center of the table.
Yeah, because whenever we started doing where Jonas would DM, and then the first like couple times that me and Courtney were on this side of the table, she rolled good, but each session her rolls got worse.
Oh no.
And like the start of Wicked West, her rolls amazing. Her rolls in Wicked West now trash. And I'm pretty sure it's because her dice have spent too much time around my dice.
Yep.
Because whatever it is, if you are rolling around me, your rolls will go from great to trash, and they will never recover.
Yeah, we've learned that I have to look away, and that it helps.
It
It
does
helps
help.
when I look away, but there's still that chance. And
And like, Courtney has gone out of her way and bought Jonas dice to roll. And then like the really nice dice that you brought them as a gift at the Corvette Museum, like they broke out one of those D20s for me because I was doing so bad, and I rolled with it, and I rolled trash with it too.
Wow. That's unfortunate. Those are good dice. That's
I know they're
unfortunate.
beautiful, but it's because I touched it. Now, if I were to take that dice and go to that side of the table and run a game,
He
I'd
done-
probably slaughter
yeah.
the entire table.
Yep.
But like, I can't explain why me and Jonas have such terrible dice rolls, but I can tell you it's something about us because the longer Courtney has played with us, the worse her rolls have gotten.
Yes. Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, so maybe don't bring your dice around us that much.
Just
Maybe
take him back
rotate
with
the
me.
sets.
Rotate him out.
Yeah.
Let him take a break at my house. You know,
That
Yeah.
might help.
bring
yeah.
a new pair and then go back.
Burn
and
some
get-
sage around him every time you come back home.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I can promise you, the more time your dice spend in this building, the worse they will treat you.
All right, I keep that in mind.
And honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I should probably get some sage to burn out here
Yeah, why not?
because something about our dice just doesn't.
We just have bad juju.
Even at Courtney's house, whenever the studio was over there, I rolled like trash. Jonas rolled like trash.
Yep. Keeps things interesting.
It does.
It
It makes for
does.
an interesting story.
And I don't know how many times Courtney's just like on the fly had to lower the difficulty of an encounter.
Yep.
Or like with Tyrol, okay? She gave Tyrol a hammer that pretty much couldn't miss. And I still missed almost every single time I used it. It was like a plus 12 to hit.
Man,
Yeah.
And I still couldn't hit anything because I'd roll a 2.
it wasn't a crit.
No, it wasn't a crit, but I still couldn't hit Jack. And like whenever she says that she has to buff us so much to try to get us through, she is not lying.
No, it is true.
And we still can't do it.
Well, I'm looking forward to the next, the next one,
Oh, so you can see
Always.
how bad we roll.
so I can just watch it continue.
Yes, yeah. We actually we have another live session of treachery, a Lord's Gambit, this Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, so tune in with Robert as
I will
he
be there.
also comments about how terrible our dice rolls are and try to look for all the looks of annoyance on Courtney's faces as it just, whatever she has planned is just ruined.
Yep, and I'll be there for sure watching.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we've tried multiple dice. There was I think it was during a Wicked West though that she gave you another set and you started to roll good,
Yeah, and I don't think she's
with
ever touched that
those.
set again.
and so
Now, I will say the dice that I got for Rory, like
Yeah.
the As You As Customs,
Yeah.
I bought dice because they get mad at me that I don't buy dice for my characters.
I don't either.
So Courtney buys you dice for your character, hoping that one of those dice sets will actually work. But Courtney does. So I bought dice. I bought dice for Braxt, and I bought dice for Rory. And Rory's dice are bullet dice,
And yeah, they were rolling
a
really
bullet
well.
D20.
Oh, okay.
And I will tell you, I rolled surprisingly well with this dice for once in my D&D career. Will that ever happen again? Probably not. It's been out here in this building. It's probably trash now.
Man, I hope not.
We'll see how next Monday goes.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, you asked a question about why are our rolls so bad. I think
fair.
there's just a spirit that hates us.
Yeah, and that's not just here. I mean, I've heard stories about everyone. You know, somebody always has that horrible roll. So
Yeah, some people are just blessed with dice rolls, and others not so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that kid that was playing in my one shot, the one that got burned to death by that dragon.
Yeah.
I honestly thought that he was cheating, so I started watching all of his dice rolls. No, I never saw that kid roll below a 17.
Wow.
Never, ever,
What
ever.
would that even feel like?
I don't
good.
know.
Man.
it feel pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I got a brief taste of it though, because I got to play in Courtney's session at the fair, and I got to play with Robert.
He did well.
And yeah, for half of that session, I was actually rolling really well, and then it was like, okay, you've gotten to see heaven. Now I'm gonna take it away.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a dice there at As You Wish Customs that was only 20s and 1s. It was a D20, and every other one it alternated 21, 21, 21. And I was like, I could buy that dice, and 9 times out of 10 or 99 out of 100, I'd roll a 1
Yep.
because that's just how dice treat me. Like whenever I roll for damage, even using my D&D Beyond app that rolls for me, I'll roll like the lowest that it'll go
Yeah.
every single time.
Wow.
And those aren't even real dice.
No, they're computer. It's all
No, but
computer.
they know.
Yeah.
They know.
They know. So it's me, Robert.
It goes by your fingerprint when you touch your phone. They're
Yeah.
Like, oh. Mm-mm.
Oh,
The-
it's
the-
this guy.
The problem is Patrick. And then they get mad at me. They're like, well, you're just kind of like letting the dice roll out of your hand. You need to like roll the dice. So then I roll the dice. And guess what? Worse.
Still, yeah. Tried a dice tower yet? Maybe. Drop
It's
it.
not like I
shot.
couldn't print one up.
yeah.
Yeah, just drop it in the tower. I'm number 1, and then drop it in the tower. See what happens.
I don't know.
Only
At-
winning.
At this point, I'll try anything for better rolls. Because I honestly feel like I'm dragging Courtney's campaign down with my rolls.
Yeah,
And she'll probably tell you that I am.
it's fun to watch.
Oh, no, it makes great viewing
I mean,
material.
It's sad because I know what she wants to do and what she wants you guys to be doing.
Yep.
But it's still fun to watch. It
As
is.
we just crush her hopes and dreams
Yeah.
with bad rolls. Well, we had a whole segment on the last treachery where you and me both just rolled terribly.
Yep. We
Yeah,
got a whole short
it was
out of
just-
it.
Yeah.
2 twos back to back.
I don't even know how you guys got back to the train. I was like, how's this going to go? So was like,
I think she just let us get back to the
I'm
train.
100%
Oh, yeah.
that she made that happen. But I was just like, man,
She wanted to get things moving
this is
because we weren't going to
rough.
get us there.
No.
yeah,
No.
It was rough. It was rough.
Yeah. She gives us a lot of leeway, but also at a certain point, she's like, all right, we're going to railroad this right now, or else we're not going to have a campaign because, geez, that was bad.
Yeah,
That's just how we roll at the Inquisition.
love it.
So tell me, friends, you out there in the wide world of the internet, do you roll terribly, or is it just a me and Jonas thing? Are you consistently bad at rolling? What did you do to get over it? I'm open to suggestions, and I will try literally everything except for summoning a spirit.
I'll try that.
Jonas can try that off this property.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, don't worry.
I will pull out my inner tie roll. I will see if a 9mm will go through his spirit. I swear.
Yeah.
But from that, yes, Robert, do you have any questions for us?
Do I
Maybe
have
about
any?
our characters, about the Inquisition itself.
Yeah.
Anything?
I know since I've hung out with you guys a few times, I know I've asked a lot of questions and just kind of listen. I'm kind of more of a listener than a question asker, but the more I get comfortable around the group, I ask a lot more questions. I I guess, Patrick, for you, for Brock, like, what was the inspiration behind creating that guy?
Well,
For
Brock or Brax? Because Brock was him.
Brax.
Brax.
Sorry.
So, my Tyrol was such a. This is how it is. It's always going to be this way. If you try to change it, I will smite you. Even though I don't have smite, I will find a way. And I felt like I needed to play the exact opposite of Tyrol and not just pull out another Flint.
Mm-hmm.
You get my drift? Because I couldn't do that to Courtney because she already said that Tyrol was like game altering and Flint was just creepy. So I said, what's if we're doing like a steampunk thing, I want to be the guy that creates the stuff, but not great, but also just good enough to where I have things. And I was like, who is the most weirdest, eccentric person that everybody thought like, none of that's going to work. But then it worked. Well, that's Elon.
Yeah.
So we got Brax Malone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
I had a thought, but I was like, I don't know.
no, he's 100% based off of Elon.
I
Like
love it.
down to the weird antics, saying he's one thing, but he's really not, all for publicity, doing stupid things, trying to be ahead of his time, trying to figure out, all right, well, you're doing all the cool stuff and I hate you. So how do I make as much money as possible to just go buy that and put my name on it?
Yeah, it's amazing he still has the money he has. Like, I don't, the amount of waste involved in the background is crazy.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It kills
Yeah,
Jonas.
and also true that tracks also with Brax, because I told Courtney, I'm like, hey, I'm just going to play this eccentric, rich, weird dwarf that thinks he's a wizard, but he's not, and he's based off of Elon. So whenever my companies are just being run into the ground and nobody knows where the money's going from or going to, she just built all that into it as like, yeah, well, nobody knows what's going on with his business practices. So nobody's going to know what's going on with your business practices.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, and it's the same thing of like, oh, well, everybody's sleeping with Brax's wife except for Brax. I mean, Elon's never home, and he's gone through 3 divorces.
Yeah.
Brax is about to have his 3rd divorce.
Yep.
Elon has 15 children. Brax has like, I don't know, like 12 to 14, well, probably 11 of his children. And
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 bastards that he's claimed and isn't asking
Yes,
questions.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I needed something that wasn't Tyrol, and I wanted to have fun in a steampunk setting, and all the things of like, oh no, like we have to go talk to this guy and beg for tickets to get on the train to go here. I was like, I don't want to deal with that. Just give me obscene amounts of money, but I promise I'll be weird and I'll make it make sense. And she just let me fly with it.
Yeah. And so far, it makes sense. It does.
Yeah.
There was a lot of growth in the last one also.
Oh, yeah.
We found out a lot about the backstory there.
Yeah.
Kind of took the veil back a little bit on him. I like that.
Yeah, because for multiple spoilers ahead for all you people that haven't gotten there. Because, like, even though he says, no, I'm a wizard, Brax 100% knows that he's not a wizard because he cast Fireball by throwing a napalm grenade,
Yeah.
which he had to build himself.
He's smart.
And then just, no, I'm sorry, you're not building a napalm grenade and calling it magic.
Yeah.
Just even if you're an eccentric billionaire dwarf,
Yeah.
that's not happening. That nowhere is your mind that screwed up to believe that. Now then, some people are going to see this walkie-talkie and go, wow, that's freaking magic. He's going to go, yeah, I'm a wizard. Buy it. Malone Incorporated. Get it.
Yeah. And to be honest, like, it is kind of magic, a little bit. I say that's probably your most magic
Oh,
spell you
100%.
have. Yeah.
Everything else is shooting a shotgun or pumping up kerosene on his back and shooting it out of a hole or like a pipe that's on his wrist.
Yeah.
I mean, Featherfall his jacket's also a parachute. I mean,
Smart,
what,
though.
disguise self? I just turned my garments inside out.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Like, come on. It's having fun with I'm a wizard. Like, his character sheet is a wizard, but he's not a wizard. It's technology as wizardry,
Yeah.
Yes.
which is weird because an artificer would have made more sense for him, but
Mm-hmm.
an artificer needs magic to make the things. Like, I have an innate ability to, like, given enough time and materials, like with magic, I can, like, if there's enough trees around, I can magic it into a bridge. We haven't had to use that yet, but it's literally going to be Brax going, all right, you guys, make camp here. I'm going to go get us across this river. And he's just going to be out chopping down trees, making them into 2x4s, you know, making nails over the campfire in the coals, putting it together, going, yep, that ain't going anywhere. And then everybody's going to look at a death trap of a bridge that he literally made.
Magic.
Yeah, and he'll
Yeah.
probably have to get a Don to come over and, like, help him build the scaffolding in the middle of the river to put in a pylon into the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's an innate magic ability, but it's going to be like the 18th century building a, you know, rope bridge.
I love it though. That's great.
And it makes it interesting, you know, especially since we have some guy in his alter ego that
That's-
can
yeah.
make actual magic out of his blood.
That's my segue over to you.
Ooh.
With how did you come up with that concept of having that dual personality on the inside, and then what's it like doing the switch and playing off of each other, because it's fun to watch.
Yeah.
It's very fun to
whenever
watch.
you go into it. It really is.
Well, first, thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
of course.
So, I'm trying to think of what sparked it, but I want to say it was just. Oh, wait, it's coming back. Yes. So, my brother has Shudder, which is just a horror movie streaming service.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And I remember I was going through it one day, and there was one movie on there, and it was basically the aftermath of a possession. So, like, the person's family was treating them really, like, awkwardly because, you know, whenever they got possessed, you know, I didn't watch the movie, but I'm assuming, you know, typical possession stuff, they probably did a lot of crazy, you know, horrific things. And so now the family has to live with this person that did these crazy things, even though it wasn't them. And it was like, yeah, you know, I was thinking about that and how, you know, yeah, with warlocks and dealing with patrons, and then just, you know, yeah, there's demons in D&D. So, you know, what if I take that, you know, what if this guy gets possessed and playing him, the rest of my party isn't going to know. They're going to be dealing with this really zany cleric, and they're just going to be like, well, yeah, this guy's kind of just a weirdo, but yeah, he's fun, and sometimes he's goofy in a good way. And then, you know, after going through all of the horrific things that side would do, and then, you know, the DM would be like, oh yeah, you know, you do a long rest, and because originally I was going to have it that I would roll with each long rest. The way we do it, we do a lot of skipping. So it's like, well, should I roll for those days, because we're not really doing anything with them? So we've kind of switched it to just at a whim, just change over. But it would be, oh yes, you know, the party wakes up and you all, you know, you go and meet your cleric at dawn, and he's freaking out because he doesn't know who any of you are. Yeah, and he's weeping because, you know, he's tortured people, you know, over this span of time. And so I just had that idea of the duality of it would be really fun. One, that would just be really fun to play. because essentially you're getting two characters in one.
Yeah.
And I've used, I call it my Joker voice, and that's what I use for that side of Adon. And so I was like, yeah, I'll be able to, because as you probably have watched with us playing, I like to give them a good voice like Brock.
Yeah.
How Brock had such a good raspy lizard voice. And so I was like, yeah, I want Adon to have a voice. And so, yeah, if he's possessed, then he can talk this way. And then I got to think of, oh, well, how would he talk normally? And
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I think it works really well. It really does.
it has. And the one issue kind of was that, Courtney was like, yeah, well, in this one, there's not really magic anymore. And so it's like, how would you be a cleric? And it's like, oh, well, because of the demon side, he can use his blood magic. And
Yep.
It's being on this side of the table, not knowing anything about his character. The first time he did the inner monologue, like I think it was like you looked at a mirror
yeah,
or something, and regular Adon was in the mirror or something like that. I didn't know what was going on. So then he just starts talking in this other voice, and I'm like, wait a minute, did I zone out for too long? Like, did I go over, like, how, if I need to cast this spell, how's that going to work for too long? Like, I'm not going to lie, it took a solid, 5 minutes of him going back and forth to be like, oh, okay, that's what happened. Yeah. I was very confused. I was a confused Patrick.
yeah.
It was great. It was a good switch up. And then when I was watching it, and y'all do it, I was like, yeah, this is a cool twist.
Yeah, and I've had Courtney's been excited for this character because I've had him and had told her about it. I mean, we've been sitting on him for 2 years.
Wow.
What other questions do you have?
What's the future look like for y'all? I mean, hopefully, I know there's a lot of good things going on right now, but
Yeah, the future, as far as the Inquisition and videos goes, is I don't know how much time we have left on Wicked West, but
Me neither.
yeah, so Wicked West, because that's the one that is one that Jonas runs. It's not we don't call it the main thing because Courtney's campaigns are the main thing. But as far as a side campaign, we have so much fun with it that Wicked West, unless we both die in the same setting, we'll probably just continue to go on for as long as we feel like doing Wicked West. The campaign for treachery. I know whenever we first got together as the Wayward Inquisition, Courtney said that would be a three-parter. So we've already done one part.
Yeah, we've done Arc 1, we're in
the second
Arc
part,
2.
and then there will be a third part to wrap up her entire storyline of treachery. She said, depending on how things go, they should be a year and a half. I'm guessing it's going to be closer to 2 with how we've been rolling.
yeah. Yeah.
So and that's the main thing. So you've got probably another year of Treachery of Lord's Gambit. And then, of course, we did after Treachery of Governor's Secret, the interim, while Courtney gets, the third one fleshed out or changes things, seeing as what happened in Arc 2, or Part 2, is Arc. That's where Arc comes in, is the interim. And Arc will last for however long Courtney needs to get her stuff done. Because with any type of first-person shooter, you can just end it whenever you need to.
Oh yeah.
Because that's pretty much what happened with Arc. Courtney was like, all right, well, I'm now ready to start on this date. Okay, well, we're going to wrap this thing up in 2 sessions. And that's where Arc comes in. Arc is the filler between the main campaigns. Any duets that are done, the beep boop bops, and will continue to go on for as long as Courtney and Jonas want to do the beep boop bops. Man Country is any time on a Monday night that Courtney can't be here. And that's why this is like only the third Man's Country that we've ever had
Yeah.
in the existence of the Inquisition.
Yeah. Man's Country.
And then as far as like things outside of streaming, this year has been like when we've started doing things that aren't just going to a con and setting up for one day. We've done we did the Magical Midwinter's Market back in December, which we were supposed to run games at, and the people that were doing the Magical Midwinter's Market didn't have the best understanding of what D&D was, so the game part kind of fell through, but we got good publicity, obviously. And then Rob, who's one of the co-owners of that group that puts that on, has been a tremendous help in giving us the resources to be like, hey, whenever you all have the money, this is how you file this is how you file that, so that way you can make it an official business. And then the Ren Fair at Eminence, Kentucky, Joey, also another wonderful person that we got in contact with at through the Magical Midwinter's Market. She owns Azuis Customs. Big shout out to her because she brought us on to run games at the Kentucky Ren Fair, which has done really good. I think Courtney's saying that we're averaging like 1 or 2 new followers a week. Our views on things have jumped up a little bit since that's happening. But also, people are like, dang, I can't wait till next year if you all are going to be back. And just let some things out of the bag a little bit. Joey asked me, I just really hope that you're all up to do this again next year. She's already told me how they're going to be redoing the building over the off season. They're going to put a real roof out onto the back and everything else.
Yeah, they're going to try to put a second floor on it so that there's a D&D room.
Yeah. And if they can't afford the second floor, they're going to expand the actual roof out over top of that back area. So that's probably not good. We're probably going to do that again next year.
Oh, yeah.
The stuff over at GeekOut, like the random one-shots, like once a month, has been put on hold because of the Eminence Kentucky Ren Fair. But Jonas's Friday night campaign, is that still going?
Yeah, that's not a Wayward thing.
That's just a Jonas thing. But Jonas still advertises for us while he's there.
Yep. I do that.
There's the new game shop up in Corden that we're talking to about running games. The guy over at Logan Street Market, Ken, has offered up a spot for us, but we're at the point now to where it's like, all right, we have so many opportunities going on. There's 3 of us.
Yeah.
How do we do that while we also have our normal jobs and life?
Yes.
Like,
and all these places are like, yeah, come over Saturday or Sunday. And it's like, well, everybody wants Saturday or Sunday, so somebody's going to have to be disappointed.
Yeah. And then we had this awesome lineup to do a convention, like not like a convention like we have done where we set up with a booth, but like this was like they have panels, people talk, like writers, people in the TTRPG space, artists, and things like that Rob hooked us up with the people. It's what is it, the Imaginarium?
The Imaginarium, yeah.
Conference. But that's the last week of the Ren Fair. But it sounds like next year we'll be on it, and then do the Eminence Kentucky again next year. So as far as like the future of the Inquisition, the streaming and videos aren't going anywhere. What we want to do is we want to try to get more people, whenever we do like in-person events, to come out and become a big like viewer base like you've become. We want to get more people drawn in through actually sitting down, playing with us, talking to us. And part of the ways that we do that is whenever we talk about, we're going to go out as all of us, what's the roles? Jonas can get anybody to the table just through his heckling, calling out, everything else. If you want to talk to him about random characters, you can do it. If you want to know about the Inquisition, boom, we point you at Courtney, because Courtney can talk business like a soul. And I just go wander off somewhere. and I'll wander off and be like, oh, that looks cool. Walk up. Next thing you know, the guy's giving me his whole life story. And then we have an end to go do games with them because I randomly went out to get chicken tenders, and now I'm practically like almost best friends with Ken, who runs the stuff at the Logan Street Market. And it was the same way with Joey. I would just go over there looking at something, and I talked to Joey for 2.5 hours, and now we're in on the Renaissance Fair. There's a lady at the Renaissance Fair that was also at the Magical Midwinter's Market. Her name's Robin. She runs the Pointy Hat Shop.
Yep. I bought a hat from her.
Yep, I did too. My
Nice.
gnome hat, that's where it came from.
Okay.
She's also, I need to message her. She's also probably going to be making me a Santa hat for a work gig that I got going on.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
But she's based out of Nashville, Tennessee. And in 2027, she wants to do like a themed thing, kind of like what the Magical Midwinter's Market was,
Oh.
but have a place for vendors and then a place for people that want to do like D&D-esque, have something for them. And she's talked to me like, I think I want you all to put that on. Like, I want you all to come down to Nashville, Tennessee, and over a period of a few months, I want to put together something to where you all run the creative side of it, have games going on and all that, and we'll have it split. You want to come in and shop? You go this way. You want to come in and play D&D? Go over there to the Inquisition.
Yeah.
So the future is looking bright. It's looking really good for us. We just have to figure out the time management,
Yeah.
Yes.
which
Yep.
trying to run this as a business, that has been the largest constraint outside of finances, is the time. Because like Courtney during the summer, she doesn't work. So she has a lot of time to do it. Jonas is just a madman, not married, no kids. He finds new jobs based off of how the schedule works for the Inquisition. I have a wife, 3 kids. My wife does not work. I have a full-time job with a company that is very demanding,
Yeah.
and everything's on my shoulders. So
Yeah.
I'll throw out these ideas and be like, here's the ideas of what we knew. You two need to figure out how to make that work, because I ain't got no time for that.
Yeah, it's. I'm always impressed with how involved Patrick is because he's so freaking busy. Even be able to be here on a Monday night, it's like, man, more power to him.
Yeah. Because, like, there's times where, like, oh, well, we're going to stream this day. I'm like, actually, we're not. Because I got to be at the racetrack to fix cars. Or it's like, hey, we have something set up for, like, this week. I'm like, yeah, I know we had that set up 2 months ago, but now I'm going to Atlanta for training. So
Yeah.
we're going to have to scratch that. Or it's like, hey, I'm running really late because I had a waiter come in and I was the only one still there. So I know it's 6:45. I'm still at work working, and I got another hour to go before this car is done. Sorry, but I got to pay my mortgage.
Yeah.
Yep. And you gotta take time to spend time with the family. And
Yeah.
Yeah, like this summer has been nonstop because whenever I haven't been doing things with the Inquisition, it's been family stuff like that we've had planned. And like July, we're going to stream one Saturday in July, and I'm going to be missing a family function for that. But then like every other weekend is like taking the kids to St. Louis with my parents. And then we've got a family reunion for my wife's side, which we missed it last year. So we got to go this year. It's crazy
Yeah.
because I never feel like I have time to breathe. But I also know that to make this thing grow, all 3 of us need to be involved as much as we can. So sometimes I feel like I'm holding us back because I literally don't have the time to do anything else. So yeah, that's the future for the Inquisition right there.
Well, I think
very
it's great
in-depth
though.
looked.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's got a lot going on, and you definitely understand how busy it is.
Yeah, it's behind the scenes. That's what a lot of people don't see is the behind the scenes thing. Because we used to meet once a month to figure things out. Now we've just taken it back to like once a quarter. The 3 of us will come in here on like a Wednesday night, sit down, discuss what's been going on, what are we going to do next.
What's working? What's not working?
Yep, like that's why we went back to live streaming. Because recording and then chopping up the videos and editing one was so much time for Courtney, and two, we were getting better views on just releasing the live stream than we were of splitting them up into parts. And because the theory behind it was because we were joined up with Potteration, and that's what he was saying. Hey, do this, the shorter form content. People aren't wanting the long form content. But like me personally, if I'm looking at a podcast and each episode's only an hour, I'm not listening to that podcast.
That's too quick. How do you get into something? You get into something and then it's over.
But also I work a 9-hour day in an auto shop. Like I look on Audible, and if the Audible book is only 25 hours, I'm not buying it. It's not long enough. And what we found is that people that are interested in this space seem to want the longer form. So like they really don't care if Treachery of Lord's Gambit is 6.5 to 7 hours long.
Nope.
And in fact, it seems like they're going to click on it more if it is 6.5 hours long.
Yep.
I mean, obviously.
I know I did.
Yeah. And even with like the duets, like Star Wars. Star Wars was what, 3, maybe 3.5 hours in its entirety? Well, those do better just as you see it's 3.5 hours. People like that better. So we swapped back to the live streaming. One, because Courtney doesn't have to edit it. And two, because whenever it goes out, we're getting better views on those. So like that's the things behind the scenes of the conversations that we have over like a 2-hour period to figure that crap out. And because like you don't see Courtney sitting here with all the statistics pulled up from all the social medias saying like, well, here's this, here's that, we boosted this and it's done really well. We need to be boosting here, but it's X amount, and that's kind of expensive. But we could boost here and do that, and this is what we got off the last one, and here's the new followers that we've gotten here. Like, that's the behind-the-scenes stuff of this that we have to make our decisions based on. And right now, being out in the wild, even though it doesn't do as good as, like, spending the $200 on to boost a YouTube video for 2 days, one, we're getting paid to be out there, which is very nice. And we are seeing a small growth from it. Yeah, so it's definitely a do again.
I know that generally when I've been there to sign up, there's usually a bunch of spots that are just booked. And if I'm not mistaken, you said the last time they're a little overbooked on some of the sessions.
Yep, that Sunday they were extremely overbooked. And what was weird is that 2 of those sessions got booked up on Saturday for the Sunday session.
No.
Like she had people DMing her on Facebook saying, I have this many people, put us down, here's the payment.
I love it. That's that's growth and people like it. So
yeah, and from what I know of, we've only had one bad complaint, and that wasn't even on us, that was about the overbooking. Everything that everybody said about the Inquisition of whether it's me DMing, Jonas DMing, or Courtney DMing, has been nothing but good, nothing but high praise. Joey's gotten nothing but high praise back. So obviously it's working well.
Yep.
It's doing good.
It is.
So it's keeping the momentum going and not getting in over our heads for where we are in our own lives.
Yeah.
But eventually it'd be nice for some of us to quit our jobs and do this full time.
Yeah.
I will be the last one that does that.
Oh, yeah.
Jonas and Courtney will definitely be able to do that first. So,
Right.
Any other questions that you have, my man?
No, I don't think off the top of my head right now I have too many other questions.
That's okay. This is a good time to wrap it up. It is.
It is almost after 9.
Yeah, it's almost 9:30.
And I have no idea how long your drive is home.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. The man says it doesn't matter, so obviously it's fine.
Yep.
But seeing as you're here and not getting on at this time,
True.
we don't have to stay an extra hour.
Yeah, very true, very true.
But thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed our talks and our rants. Thank you, Robert, for coming
you.
out.
Very welcome. You're very welcome.
It has been an honor, and it has been a pleasure. And it's nice to just have a fresh face in the studio.
Yeah.
It is.
I appreciate the invite. Definitely don't stop sending them. I'll show up as much as I can.
Oh yeah, we're actually in the works of doing a monthly kind of campaign with Robert, so you might be seeing more of him.
Yes.
And we wanted to thank you for being so awesome and being, I mean, really, you are our #1 fan.
I'll take it.
You have the
this?
honor of being a honorary member of the Inquisition.
Oh, yeah. Hold that up. Be proud of it.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I got my button on today.
Yep.
Pretty sure everybody saw that.
But as you know, at cons,
you.
that is the shirt that we wear. So
Yes,
you now have your own. So if you come visit us, you can wear yours.
I'll have it on.
Yeah, you are officially
Inquisitor.
an Inquisitor.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, guys.
And since you're here,
Oh.
you'll get to also do all of our wonderful closing stuff with us.
Oh, yes.
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 So as always, even though there's no games run tonight, there was only bitter and batter. We will leave you in the same way that we always do by telling you where you can find us.
Where?
You can find us at YouTube. All of our VODs are there. We have shorts there. We have all of our genres posted there. We have Treachery, a Governor's Secret. We have Treachery, a Lord's Gambit. We have 2 genres of sci-fi. That is going to be our Star Wars duets.
Star Wars?
You got it right. And then our Arc, Outer Rifts, a Halo-inspired TTRPG.
Like the first-person shooter Halo?
Yes! But on the tabletop.
Whoa!
You know it. You love it. You got it.
I do love it.
Then we also have our Wicked West, which is honestly pretty freaking fun. You should go check it out.
Howdy.
I do really enjoy
We do
Wicked
that?
West.
It's fun.
If VODs are not your thing, we are on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You can find just our voices there, and you will just have to imagine all of our weird antics that we do on screens.
Which you should do anyways.
Yes, you should. Even if you are watching it, just pause it and imagine what you think it should look like. I really don't care as long as you're enjoying it. The next place that you should find us is where we put out some shorts, but usually updates. That's going to be our Facebook. It's going to be our X. It's going to be our Instagram. It's going to be our TikTok. But if you really want to get into the meat and potatoes, like really get into the meat and potatoes.
I love my
Yep.
meats.
Yep.
The Discord. The Discord. There is 2 people at this table that can tell you how awesome the Discord is. One of those is Jonas, because he always talks about how awesome it is. The other one is Discord's one and only, Robert.
That's me.
Yes.
Right here.
How awesome is that Discord?
It's really great. Yeah. If you're not on the Discord, why not? If you're watching this right now, you're not on the Discord, just go do it. What's it going to hurt? Nothing.
In fact, it'll make your life better because
will.
you too can have conversations with Robert. You can see the art from Tech. You can have conversations with Angry Meatball, talk to Courtney and Jonas. If you at me in something, I'll get a notification and then I might join in. We'll see about it. We'll see about it. The next thing is that you saw that wonderful shirt that Robert just got. You also see the wonderful pin that he has on. You can also see the notebooks that Jonas is holding up. All of this is artwork that Courtney has made. If you would like your very own notebook or a pillow or anything with any of the artwork that you have seen for our campaigns, that is on our Redbubble. It is in the link. A portion of the proceeds do come back to us. So if there's something on there, you like it, you want a sticker that says, I would like to lay hands on myself with pray hands, please don't hesitate. Order a crap ton of them. Yeah, that. Even though some of it got, cut off. We'll get a better one to put up because, my God, is it epic.
It's great.
I'd like to touch myself with lay on hands.
The Redbubble is there. That's where you find it. But of course, we always leave you in the exact same way every time. And you get to help us with it this time.
You do. Once again, thank you for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, do the social media thing I know you know how to do. Have a wonderful week. Stay cool. And remember that freedom always crits.
And go to church. Bye.
Bye.